Davina, tell me why it's important to give back to the community.
It's important to give back to my community because I really believe it's so important to have that structure in raising our Black males. I can recall growing up how important my community structure was, and it wasn't really the traditional community structure. Being a first generation Barbadian, I only had my mother and my father here. The rest of my family members remained on the island. So community to me became a lot of my church members. It became a lot of my neighbors. Community became some of our friends and families that we just really adopted and embraced us. And, seeing that that is not always available to our men, young men, that really resonated with me. And I feel like it's important that I am able to share that warm embrace that I received and give back so that they can experience what community feels like.
As a mother of a young Black male, tell me, what do you want society to see when they look at him?
So, as a mother of a young Black male, I realize that society doesn't see him the same way that I see him as my big baby. I really would like him to be viewed as a very smart, a very caring, a very God-fearing a young man. Those are all of the attributes and the things that we've raised him to carry out. My hope is that we can continue to educate and communicate, that we can teach these young men how to carry themselves in a professional manner so that they can make that great first impression. And I'm hoping that they too can kind of change that narrative. And so that's what I'm doing to teach my son. I'm hoping that these men have an opportunity to change the narrative for themselves as well.
Now, as a donor of the Ezekiel Taylor Scholarship Foundation, you've elected to have your donations to be automatically drafted right from your paycheck. You've set up automatic deductions. Tell me why that was important for you.
Setting up automatic reoccurring deductions is important because I want to make sure that my gifts get there. Giving back is a very important part of who I am. It's the fabric on how I was raised. And so a lot of companies have company match. And so we have a program set up, a lot of organizations do, where employees can set up to give to an organization and the company matches that amount. So I wanted to take advantage of that first so that my blessings are doubled. And then secondly, I wanted to make sure that I had the reoccurring deduction so I didn't have to think about it. I wanted to make sure that my gifts were sent in on time and that they were delivered so that they can do the good work for this organization.
So, Davina, what would you say to people who are watching this and they're really trying to decide if they want to donate to our foundation or not? How would you encourage them?
I believe very strongly in the program. I've seen the evidence from over 125 scholarships given away, and those gifts, when they're collected, brought together collectively, can make a tremendous impact in a young male's life. So just consider giving. There's no small gift, no gift that will be turned away. And so I would encourage them to take the first step in doing that, as well as looking for opportunities and seeing how their gifts can be matched.